big shift in parenting over about the last decade. So we've moved from an authoritative parenting style to a more conscious parenting style. That's according to KSL parenting contributor Heather Johnson.
Yeah, it's a swing that leaves some parents struggling to find the right balance and approach to this all, which gives context to this recent comment from actress Robin Wright, where she said that I have a huge regret as a mother and have experienced the fallout of this regret for many years with my kids. I wasn't hard enough on them. So what exactly is hard enough?
Parenting coach Andee Martineau is joining us. Good to see you.
It's great to be here.
You like this question, Andee. You see this as a good question for parents to ask. Am I hard enough?
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting question, right? Because we don't want to be too hard, but we don't want to be too soft either. Right. And I think that's what this question or this statement is really saying is, was I too passive? Did I give them too much? Did I enable them too much? So I think we have to ask both sides of the question, too passive, too authoritative, to get to where I really like, which is in the middle.
All right, so you got to break down what this term means. I haven't heard it before. The compassionate alpha.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's an amazing term, right? I wish I could say I coined it, but it's from Dr. Gordon Neufeld, who's a Canadian psychologist, brilliant. And it's really this marriage between being the leader, because our kids need leadership, they need rules, they need to know that as a parent we're going to take care of them, but they also need a lot of empathy and compassion because they're immature, they're learning, they're messing up. And so the blend of, can I be compassionate, but can I also be alpha? And alpha is a triggery term sometimes, because sometimes we don't think alpha is ever where we want to step.
We don't think alpha as like ooey gooey, warm, fuzzy, loving,
inviting.
But in fact, you say that's the first characteristic, the first marker is a parent who is firm, but also kind.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be the leader in the home and to be able to have rules and structure, which I think is what she's saying, is like maybe she didn't have enough rules or structure. She's feeling like her kids didn't understand that. That's very necessary for our nervous systems, especially for children. They need to know what's expected. There needs to be consistent cause and effect. Like if I do this, this is going to happen. If we don't have that, then as humans, we wonder what's going to happen. We're nervous, we're anxious. Think of if you're on an airplane and the pilot got on the speaker and said, I'm not really sure what I'm doing up here. Everyone would be very nervous, right?
Let's be honest, we feel that way as parents sometimes, but we have to not say that.
Well, you have to believe you're the, you have to
calmness.
Right, and confidence. You have to believe that you are the solution, even if you don't know the solution in that moment, that you are wise enough and resourceful enough to figure out what your child needs. Yeah, that is important.
And you talk about putting connection first, correction second.
Yeah, because correction without connection triggers a nervous system. It puts us into fight or flight. So if we want to have true influence with our children, we can't lead with correction. Just think about as a human, as an adult human ourselves, if someone came in and just went right into berating us and telling us you shouldn't do this, we're going to say no thank you. But if we trust the person, if we are open to their feedback, and that connection leads, the relationship leads, then we're going to be open to impact and influence, which is what we want as parents. We want to have influence.
Tamara mentioned this word, but I like the word calmness. And you drew attention to that in the definition, which I think you mentioned the trigger that people might have to alpha, I think assertive. Yeah. But if it's a calmness, that kind of counterbalances that tension.
Right, and it's a calmness because when we are able to embody compassion and alpha, we have taken care of our own nervous system and our own triggers. So there's a calm confidence that comes when I know, hey, my child might throw a fit, my teenager might, roll their eyes at me and tell me they don't like what I'm saying, but I can manage that myself, so I can stay calm regardless of what's happening in the world, in my home, and what my kids are doing. That's an amazing place to be. If the worst thing that can happen is an emotion that I'm going to feel and I can handle that, then I'm okay.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're going to make it.
Okay, Andee, I need to know, so if folks are listening to this and they're like, okay, I do that. Oh, I could probably do better. It's not too late to course correct.
No.
Like these are things that we can learn and apply, and if we mess up, we keep at it.
Thank goodness, right? I mean, the kids are super forgiving typically, and it's never too late. Even if they're teenagers, if you're thinking, darn, I wish I would have started when they're 4, that's fine. Even a teenager really still wants to have that relationship with their parent. They want to have the trust and the feeling that, hey, there is a human on this planet that sees all of me, even the icky, messy parts, and still loves me. So if we can learn to give that to them, they're going to they're going to want it.
I love your motivating energy and attitude toward this role, Andee. Thank you. How can people learn more about your work?
Yeah, my website is Connect Method Parenting, so you can jump on there and find out all about it. I'm doing a no yell workshop, which is a hot trigger next weekend, so you can go to cmp.works/yell and learn about that if you want. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Yeah. Can't wait to hear that, Rose.
No yelling. No, every parent wants that, right? We don't want to yell. Yeah.